What we're looking at is a few different things. We've organized this in the same way as some of the regs are written in terms of method, tool, procedures, technique. And what we're doing is we're doing that planing-induced microfracture. I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen this. You've probably heard me talk about it ad nauseum. But we're doing this and we've enhanced that a little bit to get to dual blades. I'll dig into that a little bit more. We basically got more data out of the same tests. The tool itself, we're seeing very consistent test repeatability, and the field readiness is there. Going to the first, blade optimization. For you guys that have seen the tool, how it works, we have these unique blades and they create a stretch passage that you can highlight in this purple right there. And that is what creates the fracture surface that we're actually caring about. That's a key parameter of what we're doing and a key component of the test itself. But an important thing to note, just like if you're loading at different rates or you're slightly changing your test, we're going to be able to optimize the geometries and how we are actually leveraging the tool based off of these specific features. So our goal with this is to really make sure that we have the best geometry to get the best response then put into our models and get the best results out the back end of it. And so where we've landed on this is really two separate geometries. One that has more of a blunt front end to it, and the other one has more of a sharp front end to it. And with those in place, and the key thing that we can take out of this plot right here is we are getting distinct responses out of this. We're not just seeing the same thing over and over from different test parameters. What we're doing is we're getting different responses. So that allows us to really optimize and make sure that we are taking the best of everything to give the best fracture toughness results. All the blue dots, the y-axis portion of it, that is our NDE measurement. X-axis is going to be the laboratory equivalent. And so what that means is any of these plots that fall above the unity line, those are going to be a slight over prediction. Anything that goes under would be an under prediction on our end. And so when we're looking at this, we've got a total of 109 samples in here. That's a pretty robust number of samples to be able to do this validation on, especially within the pipeline side of things. We're looking at an RMSE of 14.7 across those. And when we do that, we're seeing, you can see there are some boundaries here. We've got a plus or minus 22%/22. And the way to read that, you can kind of see this little change in this line right here, these boundary lines. Up until 100, it's going to be the distinct 22 KSI square root inch. Once we get past that 100 value from the lab response, we are treating it as a percentage. So that's just why you can see those start to expand out on the back end there. But we have 7 outliers. Key aspect there, those are all conservative. So for reference, that 22 is the yellow line that we've got there. And then on the next end, I misaligned those. On the next end, we've got the plus or minus 32 range. Again, the same piecewise functionality there. And it is critical. No, we've only got one, and that is a conservative outlier.
And then comes the reality where we train 6 additional people to this process and ran maybe 30 pipe tests in this from mid-December to mid-January. And then, some stuff happened. Maybe it was, 2 or 3 out of 100 where it wasn't aligned because this time you didn't use the camera and all those things. So it's just to emphasize a little bit that we can work with prototypes and get accurate data, but this robustness enhancement is so that it works all the time.
Yeah.
So I just want to emphasize that. And we wouldn't know how much we need to improve until we have a bunch of users using the tool